Hi there, this is the video for the short answer version. Now, I'm going to do the version with 1 dot first, and then I'm going to do the 5 questions of the 2 dot version. So if you have the 2 dot version, then you can just fast forward to that part. Okay, the first one is, it says find the length of GJ. And I first have to find X, and then I have to find GJ. So I see I have 2 secants here, and so that would be outside times the whole is equal to outside times the whole. And so I have 6 times 6 plus x is equal to 5 times 5 plus 7. So I distribute 36 plus 6x is equal to 5 times 12. So 36 plus 6x is equal to 60. Subtract 36. And 6x is going to equal to 24. And then I divide by 6, and x is equal to 4. So then at this case, I just say GJ is 6 plus 4, and so GJ is 10. Number 17, what do we know about angles P and R? And we know that they are supplementary to each other. And you could have also put, or you can also put, they equal, added together, their sum is 180. So I use this rule to actually solve for x. So I say 3x plus 10 plus 5x plus 10 is equal to 180. 8x plus 20 is equal to 180. Minus 20. 8x is equal to 160. And x is equal to 20. And then it asks you for RSP. So I take my 20 and I plug it in for x. And so, 25. And so that's 80 plus 25 is 105. So that answer is 105 degrees. So x is equal to 20 and RSP is 105. Number 16, it says construct a circle that circumscribes. I had to step away and grab a compass and a, so circumscribed, I know circumscribed means I need the perpendicular bisectors. So the first thing I do is I say boom, and boom, and I draw my perpendicular bisector. And so there's that. And the next thing, I'm going to draw the perpendicular bisector to AB. I'm going to make that a little bit bigger. And this one, okay, just so I could have distinguished between the two. And here, and this becomes my, I'm sorry if you couldn't see me do that. So this right here, I drew my perpendicular bisectors, and this becomes my circumcenter. And from there, I take my compass and I stretch it to one of my vertices of the triangle, and at that point I just draw my circle. And so I have basically circumscribed that triangle. And so what I was looking for was perpendicular bisectors, and I was looking to see that you had the from the circumcenter to the edge was the same for all. The next one, it says you can choose either an equilateral triangle, a square, or a hexagon. So the first thing I'm going to do, because with all 3 of them, I need either a radius or a diameter, so I'm going to draw that. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to draw the square, and I'm going to say, okay, I need the perpendicular bisector with my endpoints where the diameter meets the circle. And that gives me 2 points. Okay. And that's going to give me these 2 points and these 2 points. And then I can connect them to form a square. So that's how you do a square. You can't just guess. You had to form the perpendicular bisector again. The next one I'm going to do is I'm going to do it on the same circle. Is I'm going to, and you do it the same way, either the equilateral triangle or the hexagon. First thing I do is I get the distance, so I measure the radius, and then from there I'm just going to put my point and start marking. And it should go around about 6 times. And so my intersection point where the circle intersects with what I've drawn becomes my points for my hexagon, and I connect them. I'm going to use green here. So I can connect every point to make a hexagon, and I could have created, connected every other point to create a equilateral triangle. So here I keep going, and this is the same for both versions, so I'm not going to repeat this for the second version. And then to do a triangle, I can choose every other one. So here to here. Oh, that's not right. Here to here, pardon me. Here to here, here to here. I'm going to skip one, and here to here. So there we go. We have our triangle here in the middle. Okay. The next one, number 20, is the same but different numbers for both versions. And I see here I have a radius and I have a tangent, so it creates a right angle, so I have a right triangle. So I use a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. So 12 squared plus 16 squared is equal to c squared. 144 plus 256 is equal to c squared. 400 is equal to c squared. Take the square root of both sides. C is equal to 20. But I didn't want the whole value, I just want this value right here. And I know that the radius is 12, so I take 20 minus 12, and so x is equal to 8. Okay, so then on to the next version, the version with 2 dots. You solve it the exact same way. Out times the whole is equal to outside times the whole. 6 times 6 plus 4x is equal to 5 times 5 plus 7. 36 plus 24x is equal to 5 times 12. So 36 plus 24x is equal to 60 minus 36. 24x is equal to 24 divided by 24. And x is equal to 1. And then from there, I plug it in, and it becomes 6 plus 4 times 1. And so that is 10. MK is 10. The next one, number 17, I do it the same way as the other one. I know that A and C are supplementary. So they are supplementary. That means they add up to be 180. And so I go ahead and do that. 4y plus 14 plus 7y plus 1 is equal to 180. 11y plus 15 is equal to 180. 11y is equal to 165 because I subtract 15 from both sides. And y is equal to 15. So I plug that in. Y is equal to 15. And then it wanted the measure of angle A. So I take 4 times 15 plus 14, and that's going to be 74 degrees. So angle A is 74 degrees. The next one is like 18 on the first version. So if you need an example of this, I'll do this again because my other one, I don't think I was under the camera. First thing, circumscribe, so I'm going to do perpendicular bisectors. So I'm going to put my point on B, draw an arc, point on C, the same measure, draw an arc, and I'm going to draw my line. Okay, next step is I'm going to draw the perpendicular bisector of AC, and hopefully these are going to intersect. Oop. Okay, and here is my circumcenter, and then I stretch it from my circumcenter to the edge of the circle, and then I go ahead and draw my circle. And it comes pretty close here. So from my circumcenter to the vertex of one of the triangles. So That is 18, because you couldn't see it before. 19 is exactly like the other version. Watch that part of the video. And then 20, it just has different numbers. I have a radius and a tangent, forms a right triangle. So a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. This whole is c, okay? X is just this part. I have 9 squared plus 12 squared is equal to c squared. 81 plus 144 is equal to c squared. 225 is equal to c squared. Square root 15 is equal to c. And to solve for x, x is equal to 15 minus the radius, which is 9, so x is equal to 6. And so that gives you the short answer portion. Don't forget to do your test corrections form for all of the missed problems, and I'll see you for test corrections and point recovery.